Hey, what it do? How y'all feeling today? Welcome to the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Knight Special. With this is Word on the Day. I'm your boy Nut, and we're gonna get off into it. Now, I'm getting in my comments, and I'm starting to take heat. Like I said, I can take constructive criticism. My voice a little dry this morning, but anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get off to the content. Uh, Now, I always tell y'all, man, when we take our peoples to these recovery homes, hospitals, recovery homes, and we expect for the CNAs, the nurse, whatever you want to call it, to take care of our family members, right? To do a good job taking care. We want to make sure that they good, to make sure that they well, you know what I'm saying, nourished and things like that. Anyway, it's becoming a problem when the nurses don't know how to act like nurses at work. So I figured out for you this content, and we gonna speak on it. You feel me? We really gonna speak on it. And I'm gonna give my honest opinion about it, but I want to know what y'all think. Let's get to this. See what's really popping off, man, because this is crazy.
Doctor ordered. A Georgia healthcare worker has been arrested for allegedly twerking on her disabled patients. And no, this is not an episode of Nurses Gone Wild. It is real, and it's shaking up more than just her career. Let's dive right in. For Law and Crime, I'm Kennedy Walker. 19-year-old Lucretia Formosa Coyan of Loganville, a city outside of Atlanta, has been arrested on one felony count of exploitation of a disabled person. In a viral video, Coyan, who's dressed in what appears to be medical scrubs, is seen dancing as if she's performing at a club on the head of a shirtless, disabled man, all while he sits helplessly in a bathtub. But it does not stop there. She casually reaches into her pocket, pulls out a pill box, and without a second thought, pops a pill into his mouth. And this was not the only time. In another clip, Coyan is back.
Now, if this don't make you upset, this right here should have have you really upset, thinking about your loved ones. If you have any loved ones in a medical facility, a recovery facility, in a hospital somewhere, this is the type of people that get these jobs that's taking care of our family members. Imagine you walking up in the hospital to visit your family member, and you got a nurse, caregiver, whatever it is, standing on top of your grandfather, your grandmother head, twerking and popping pills in her mouth. Like, come on, man. This is sad, man. Hit that like, subscribe button. Let's get back to the content.
Back at it. She's seen straddling and dancing provocatively over a different disabled man who sat in a chair helplessly, proving to those unpleased by her actions that this wasn't just an isolated incident, but an alleged pattern of abuse disguised as a joke. But in a now deleted video she posted on TikTok, Coyan says it isn't what it seems.
All I gotta say for now is angles play a big part, but we're gonna get into that another time.
The 19-year-old then takes a jab at those upset with her online and seemingly defends her actions, claiming the man who she's dancing on in this video can speak.
A lot of people in the comments talking about sexual assault, rape, just all type of dumb, non-verbal. Trust and believe, he's verbal.
She then shares another video where you can hear someone talking. This time, she covers their face.
Around here, he be verbal, and I got proof. What you say? I'll give him a hug. You want to get a hug? Yeah. Okay.
The teen says she wants those who find her video inappropriate to stop jumping to conclusions.
He looks very aware and comfortable to me, so y'all need to stop jumping to conclusions.
But to see, this is the problem I'm having. This is how delusional, however, you know what I'm saying, that this woman is, to the point where it's like, y'all, everybody else is wrong. In her mind, she don't see nothing she did as something wrong. In her mind, she doing her job, and y'all shouldn't be tripping. See, this is what's wrong with this generation. Something is really wrong with the people, man. I'm trying to tell y'all something. It's really a mental health scare going on around here. If it get a little loud in the background, I do apologize. They got landscaping around here right now. So let's get back to the content.
Even though, yeah, I do see how you look, but trust me, it's not that. Enough is enough.
Despite her opinions, Coyan was arrested and charged. In a statement released by the Loganville police chief, he states Coyan was dancing in a provocative manner above a disabled person, which resulted in the execution of both a search and arrest warrant. According to Georgia law, anyone found guilty of exploiting a disabled adult may face a prison sentence ranging from 1 to 20 years, a fine of up to $50,000, or both imprisonment and a fine. The viral video has now been seen tens of thousands of times. Police say the teenager's employer was SNL Healthcare LLC, a healthcare facility in Georgia. According to the company's website, care services include daily health monitoring, medication management.
Let me be transparent real quick. I want y'all to take this the wrong way, but let me be a little transparent here, right? Me personally, if I was the man in the hospital and I had some young females working on me, I probably wouldn't care. I'll be real with you. I'll probably sit there and be like, yeah, drop a couple more pills in my mouth. But that's just me. I'm trying to be transparent. Let's get back to the content.
Management, assistance with dressing, grooming, and bathing, home-cooked meals, and laundry services. And this is the company's mission statement. At SNL Healthcare, our philosophy and vision is simple: to provide the highest quality care and excellent services while promoting the social interaction of seniors in a nurturing, family-like environment. It goes on to state, each member of our team is committed to respecting your loved one as an individual with unique wants and needs, regardless of their current level of independence or capability. Our staff strives to treat each senior with dignity, honor, and respect.
Y'all think I'm wrong for thinking like that? If I was in there and a little young nurse came in there twerking on me, would I be wrong for wanting her to do that? I'm just asking a question, man. Hit that like and subscribe button for your boy one time. Let's go.
Respect, creating an atmosphere for elderly citizens to live in comfort. But not sure respect meant this. To unpack more with me, I'm joined by attorney Perry Fallick. Perry, this isn't the bedside manner that they teach in school.
No, it's definitely not. This is definitely a new generation crime that we witnessed.
For sure. So first, the defendant in this case is facing a charge of exploitation of a disabled person. Can you explain what that charge means and what the legal implications are?
Yes, I can. So it's a unique charge, but actually fits squarely within the facts of this case. And it involves knowingly and willfully exploiting either a disabled adult, an elderly person, or a resident of a hospital or nursing home. So that's basically exactly what we have here, which is probably why that's the only thing that's being charged in this case.
And we know that her actions were filmed and posted on social media. How does the fact that this was shared online affect the case legally?
Well, because knowingly and willfully, or the intentional act, is a part of the crime or an element of the crime, the fact that she broadcast...
The fact that you people out there record everything you do and post it on the internet is weird. Now, I know y'all gonna say, look at you who talking. You over here talking on the internet now. Yeah, but I don't post my everyday activities on the internet. I don't wake up in the morning and post that. I don't do any of them things. Anyway, let's get back to the content.
Casted it on social media, then posted another video and commented on it. It's going to be very, very difficult for her to argue that she didn't know what she was doing when she was twerking on this guy's head, and then she went ahead and posted it for however many people, thousands of people saw it and liked it. To say that she didn't know what she was doing at the time, it's going to be hard to argue that.
Yeah, and the defendant may say that this was a joke, which it's clear something like this is very, very serious. But if she does claim this, do you think that it could hold any legal weight?
I don't think so in this case, because whether she knew it was a joke at the time, she knew what she was doing, and that's the important thing. So she knew when she was posting it that it was a joke, that she meant to post it. It's not something that happened by accident, or it's not that she didn't know what her actions were at the time that she did them. She's a professional in a setting, and I'm assuming she has some type of training and expertise and knowledge that were provided to her either by her employer or by her own schooling and education. She knew better than to post that video.
And in one of the videos, she said that one of the guys actually wasn't nonverbal. Does that hold any legal standing if she said...
Yeah, excuse this noise in the background for a minute, man. This is crazy.
Saying that, oh, he may have actually enjoyed it.
It does not in this case, because the terms of the statute that she's claimed to have violated are very clear, that all the person has to be is either elderly or disabled, or both. It doesn't matter whether they are verbal or nonverbal. At a minimum, this looked like an elderly individual. So whether or not you want to argue about how disabled, it seemed clear that the person was disabled. So the terms of his disability are really irrelevant under the statute.
Yeah, and lastly, in your opinion, what can health organizations do to prevent situations like this from happening, both from a legal and...
Which means she's going down. You're going to jail, young lady. See, and let this be a lesson to all the twerk manias out there. Let this be a lesson to you.
ethical standpoint?
Yeah, well, from an ethical standpoint, they're a professional medical providers, so it behooves them to train their staff accordingly. And from a legal standpoint, if they do not, they're potentially subjecting themselves to civil liability for negligent hiring or negligent supervision, because as the employer, they're responsible for the acts of their employees. So although in this case there doesn't appear to be physical damage or thankfully any type of long-lasting damage to this individual, which doesn't really matter from a criminal standpoint, but would come into play.
So was that her? That was her that was doing all the twerking on top of the old man head. Huh? See, that's what I'm saying right there. I'm gonna have to be transparent because I know me as a man. I don't think I'm ever gonna stop loving a woman. So with that being said, even in my old age, where it seems like I need help. If a woman stood on top of my head and just twerk, 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 I probably wouldn't be mad. I'd probably just be like, have my mouth open, ready for my medicine to drop in my mouth. You feel me? On some real, but I don't, that's just me though. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? But I do feel like in some, she's still, it need to be some kind of repercussion for her actions. It got to be something because this is wrong. It's not only is you doing it, but you is exposing this old man business on the internet. Now, what if he didn't want the world to know that he was an old, horny type of guy allegedly, and he wanted you on top of him, but you put it on the internet? Now he got to go with the flow of you violating him, his patience policy or whatever you want to call it. Let's get back to the contents that we ended because they're getting closer and closer.
From a civil liability standpoint, in terms of the damages that anybody would potentially claim, that's something that the employers in these situations are going to want to be very careful about, because if this incident went a different way and the individual ended up getting hurt, it's going to be them who someone's going after, not necessarily the individual, the woman in the video.
Right. It seems like now these companies are going to have to make something, in their rules, like no posting on TikTok, because, things can really blow up.
Which might have already been a rule, and if so, this woman is going to be fired on top of being criminally charged if she wasn't already. But I would think that's probably a pretty standard rule. If it's not a rule, it's a...
Well, once she's criminally charged, then I think she automatically loses her job no matter what. I don't think they would want anyone like that working for them doing things like that, because it makes the company look ghetto and bad. See, that's what you women don't understand with this twerking thing, man. Like, y'all just taking this twerking thing too far. And in my opinion, I think it's a time and place for everything, but the work field shouldn't be nowhere unless that's your job, twerking and stripping. If that ain't your job, then you shouldn't be doing that work. That's like me going to McDonald's to go get a hamburger, and then I got somebody jumping on the counter asking me, what you want? What you want? What's the number you want to get? It just ain't, it ain't where I want to go and eat at. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, let's go.
It's only because it seemed obvious to the employers that they didn't need to post something like that. But now this may be an example for similar employers and organizations all across the country to point to and say, okay, don't do what this woman did here, just in case we didn't.
Don't do it to them patients. And if you is going to do it, make sure you get the patient's agreement. Me personally, would I have got mad at you? No. But the world would have gotten out of the world mad at you. And I'm a little upset too, because that could have been my peoples up in there. But I don't even think my peoples would have been okay with it. Anyway, man, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. It's your boy Nut. This is the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Night Special. And this is Word on the Net. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. And leave a comment in the comment section. Hit that like, subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I'm getting ready to drop something. And please stay tuned in, man. May God bless you. And we hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed day.